Hello and welcome to our 2020-2021 title parent meeting. It seems to try and strange to have this on a recording. And also I normally like to record doing a little walking and talking, but this information that I'm going to give to you is kind of important, so I want to make sure that you're able to see this. Now, our open house this year is going to be in a slightly different format, mainly due to some of our COVID procedures that we have to put in place to kind of keep all of our students, all of our staff, and all of you as parents as well safe. So instead of the normal about an hour time where everybody comes in and we have a little bit more of a formal presentation, instead you're going to be in kind of an open house format where you can just kind of come and go as you please. One of the things that we have to do here at South Elementary is have a title parent meeting. We typically have this over video normally, but I'm usually walking and talking like I said before. It's a little different format, so if you follow along with me, it's very important that you get some of this information. It's good information for you to have and stuff that you also need to know as a parent. So let's go ahead and get started. I want to start by saying first that South is a Title I building. What does that mean? Well, it means that we get federal funding from the government. The government, it's one of the largest federally funded programs is Title I, and South Elementary is part of that. North Elementary is as well, and this means a couple of things for us. We have funding that comes, and we have several uses for that funding. One of them is in staffing. So here at South Elementary, we have a title reading teacher, kind of a reading specialist. This is Christy Lilly. Mrs. Lilly is our title teacher here at South. And what we do with that position is that we're able to kind of lower our class sizes down for reading and offer some of those foundational skills at a more basic level for students that might need a little bit of extra help. It also allows us some resources. We use some of these resources for some intervention programs. So things like Scoop Pad are utilized with our staffing, and then also kind of paying for that program as well too. And we've also used it in the past to buy student materials such as iPads and different things like that. So that's kind of how we use that federal funding that comes in there. So you as a parent should be aware of some of the things that we do with that money. And I also need you to sign a title compact. Now, this is going to be in the file folder of information that you get when you come in on open house day. If you're unable to make it on open house day, it will be sent home with your child on the first day of school. It's very important that you please sign this compact, have your student sign that compact as well, and then please return it to your teacher. Because we get federal funding, there are a lot of different things that we have to do, and this title compact is one of those things. And so in order to get the money that we get to pay for some of our extra staffing that we have to do certain things, and one of them is having awareness for parents, and then this title compact is also part of that. If you'd like to see our full title plan, it is located on our website. Right here I have this giant arrow pointing to it. So if you were to happen to go to sydneyraiders.org, find South Elementary under the schools tab, it will take you right here to this page, and you can click on the South title plan and get a little bit more in-depth look at it if you would like. Moving on, I have one more important thing to say, and then I will wrap this video up. I'd like to keep them nice and short just so that they don't take a lot of your time. Your time is precious as well. But I do want to talk to you about something very important, which is parent communication. At South Elementary, we use an app called Class Dojo for all of our parent communication. It's very important this year especially that you are linked into Class Dojo and that you are checking Class Dojo regularly. If we were to ever get into a situation where we would have to have a class or the entire school go into a learn from home format, much like we did at the end of the year last year, Class Dojo is going to be the main method of communication that we're going to use. So your teachers will be passing out learning instruction and information and materials through Class Dojo. So it is very important that you definitely connect yourself to Class Dojo and please try to check it. Now, going into a little bit more depth, we are going to share all South news via Class Dojo. This might be on the school story. So the school story is kind of the big feed that has everything in it. Now, on this feed, you'll see posts from different teachers. We'll try our best not to overwhelm and not have so many posts throughout the day that you get lost with all the information. We'll try to do a good job of making sure the stuff that gets out to you is pertinent and important information for you. But just be aware that if it does come through the school story, that is something that all parents can see. So it might come from the school nurse, it might come from me, it might come from a teacher who's doing a really special project that just wants to share something out really cool. Now we also have direct messages on here. If something is very, very important, I will be sending it to you in a direct message. That means it's a message directly to you. It also opens up a nice little two-way line of communication with those utilizing the direct messages. Now I want to back up just for a second on the school story. If there is a post on the school story, you are definitely more than welcome to post on there, much like a Facebook post. You can actually post on there a reply or say something on there if you'd like, if you had a follow-up question for something, or if you just wanted to say, hey, this looks awesome, whatever it is that you would happen to do that with. Direct messages are used kind of the same way. Only difference would be then the only people that could see those are between the person that sent the message and then the person the message went to, and that is it. I will say all district information, so like snow days, those sorts of things, those are going to be shared via Remind. This is a one-time sign up. If you just text this little code, this at EEBA2H to the number 81010, you will be signed up and you will get all of the district information. Again, this is just district-wide, so the best example I have for you would be snow days. If our schools happen to go in a lockdown and an entire district would go through, you might get a message that way as well too. Not something that you have to interact with, but definitely another way that we can shoot that stuff out. Please be aware though as well, if stuff like that is shared out, I will also share it out on Class Dojo just to make sure, because if it were a snow day, I would hate for somebody to go out in some nasty weather trying to get their student here at school. So we will use both of those things, but all South information will be shared via Class Dojo. Please do this for me. Enter the school's phone number into your phone as a contact. This is very important. We get a lot of robocalls. It seems like almost all the time, any call that comes from my cell phone is almost not somebody I want to talk to. But if a phone number comes through that's this, 308-254-5585, that is coming from the schools, please answer that phone call. I promise you I will not sell you anything. I will not remind you that your vehicle's warranty is out of date. I will not do any of those things. I will only be talking about your child and things that are pertinent to you. And same thing with Mrs. Lund. She will be doing the same thing. So if you happen to get a phone call from that number, please answer it. And the best way to do that is just to add that phone number into your phone as a contact. And this works for every single school. We switched over our phone systems last year, so this phone number is going to be the phone number that all schools will call out from. So if you have students in other schools, just put this in as Sydney Public Schools, and so that way you know it's a legit call, and again, not somebody reminding you that your vehicle is out of warranty, which happens so often, it seems like. Please feel free to use Dojo to communicate with myself, with your teacher, with Mrs. Watchorn, or Mrs. Lund. We will all be connected to all of the classes, so if you need to reach out for anything, please do so, and we'll probably do the same to reach out to you. Sometimes it's easier in the morning if you have multiple kids and your kid is not feeling well, or they have to stay home, or they're going out of town, or going to be late for because they have a dentist appointment, whatever that happens to be. Send us a Dojo message. That works just the same. You don't have to make a phone call if you don't want to. It just seems like it's just so much easier to send messages than it is sometimes to call. Please know that if you do call before 7 o'clock, you will be directed right to our voicemail system. Please leave a voicemail. We will get those things and we will take care of it if we need to. But also a Dojo message works just as well. So those are the ways that you can get a hold of anybody here at school, and ways that we can, of course, get a hold of you. I want to thank you for watching this video, sticking it all the way to the end. You're tough, I know you are. South Elementary parents are the toughest ones around. I would like you to please watch the other two videos that I have coming out as well, this kind of open house series. Drop off and pick up, it's going to be very important that you know kind of our plan, because our buses are not running this year. We're going to have more parents dropping off, we're going to have more parents picking up, and so making sure that that traffic is managed outside is going to be very, very important. And then I also are going to have another together ones specific to open house and kind of our policies, procedures, kind of expectations for that. So please watch those videos. I promise I will keep them as short as I possibly can. I'll try to mix in some humor, but I'm a dad, so it's probably going to be pretty lame. Thank you again for watching this, though, and I look forward to seeing you in the next couple of videos. Thanks.